It's so bright. Oh. Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. My name is John Michael with the Association of Gamers, and we are playing this delightful looking game because a friend of mine asked me to play this game, said the story was really good, and there was a weird warning in the beginning talking about if you're disturbed easily, be warned, or don't play this game. So I don't know how something so delightful could be this, but we'll get into it. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. How good of a friend? Maybe we'll find out. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? Ah, yes. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswork and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. What is this? What are you doing there? Sayori. With a pouty lip? Wait. What are we doing? That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, JM, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's a dude right there. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Oh, is it? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. A NEET? What the heck's a NEET? Is that a slur? What are we talking about? Hold on, let's look it up. A NEET is an acronym for Not in Employment, Education, or Training. I see. I would hate to be not in employment, education, or training. Okay, you trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I just said I wouldn't promise anything, Sayori. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Music is delightful. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm not the only one. I am the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... I know what. Well, that you come to my club. I don't want to. Sayori. Yep. There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Oh, look, there she is again. The little finger things. What are we doing? What are we... Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest, the first one to show after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. My brain could not read that sentence. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. What are we doing to me, Sayori? And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I don't know who Natsuki is. I'm diabetic. Cupcakes aren't good for me. Don't make promises you can't keep. You know, like the one where I told you I wouldn't make promises to you? Yeah. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. She's probably that cunning. I let out a long sigh. Long enough? Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. My soul? My soul? But for a cupcake? It's so quiet. So quiet out here in the hallway. I sold my soul? Today marks the day. All right. Apparently my character really likes cupcakes. Yeah, okay. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Okay, there's some music again. That was unsettling. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You have purple hair. Very nice. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I am a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, JM, what a nice surprise. I know you. Nice bow in your hair? Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. It's good. It's good. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it. Sorry? Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Do you have my soul? Because you're the one who made cupcakes? Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. Well, you embarrass her. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, JM. Monica smiles sweetly. Wait, why did we lean? You're back. Straighten out. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little warm, tingly. You too, Monica. Come sit down, JM. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Always count on Sayori for a little finger triangle thing. Get out of here with that. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few drinks arranged from a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward to take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best thing. I'll take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bat down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Are we having deja vu? What do you mean? It's a weird interjection. It's not like I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you dummy. All right. Relax. Relax, pink hair. Goodness. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Oh, did they? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I wouldn't know. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Oh, come on, Yuri. I meant that, I believe you. Relax. She definitely was doing it to impress me. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Hold on, we lean with her. Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Why does she lean like this? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Okay. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that does not grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Excuse me. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jam, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering this. Manga. Good. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. For the right girl. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Like Lord of the Rings. Really love Lord of the Rings. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot about horror lately. Okay, so fantasy world, psychological, now horror. Alright, Yuri. Just shotgun blast your interest to me. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'm not a rock. I'm a boulder. I didn't mean to skip that. Hold on. What'd she say? Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Monica pipes in with her opinion. Well, judgy self. Leave Yuri alone. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if it's a story that makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. Yes, because I'm the person to judge. The Rock. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them all with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Speed reading. Isn't that right, JM? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made it my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Pink, green, purple, and blue dejected eyes. They're all looking at me. They're looking at you. What are we to do? But I'm sorry, I thought... JM. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Look how sad they are. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'm gonna join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lights up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jam, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star with Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey JM, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she has always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Or maybe all of them. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh crap! A game. Or something. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. My favorite club member, eh? She seems, as a first year, too young for me. She's been my friend all this time, never made a move. No, wait, that's Monica, not Sayori. Right? Monica, Natsuki, Yuri. Alright, let's go purple hair. What do you think? I mean, she likes everything though, right? Alright, let's just choose words we like. Okay. Bubbles, fireflies. You will not believe your eyes. Ooh, nimble. Wrath. Essence. Fluffy. Infinite. Misfortune, beauty, romance, extraordinary, nightgown, entropy, dream, captive, existence, pout. Existence. Lust. Embrace. Crimson's a good word. Philosophy, agonizing, lollipop, 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 oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. You're so vanilla. Boom, boom, boom. Fulgent, incongruent. It's effulgent. Climax. Intellectual, fickle, prayer, party, socks, melody, prayer. Meager, death, lipstick, kitty, kitty. Anxiety, covet, blanket, precious. My precious. Death. Pleasure, depression, melancholy, starscape, treasure, bouncy, pleasure. Tenacious, unrestrained, adventure, dark, play, giggle, hopeless, inferno. Ooh. Tenacious. Unrequited. Infallible. Determination, imagination, secret of shopping, passion, skirt, skirt, passion, skirt, magic, skirt. Secretive shopping, huh? Skirt? Skirt, huh? Skirt, huh? Skirt. They all wear skirt. Let's go passion. Electricity, empty, insight, fester, sewer. Ooh, heavy. That's a heavy word. That's a heavy word right there. That's a word that's so heavy, we're not gonna pick it up. No way, Jose. Esther, scars. Ooh, that could be deep. Awesome, marriage, defeat, love. Love conquers all. Uncontrollable, graveyard, afterimage, smile, vitality, tragedy, together, vitality, contamination, analysis, swimsuit. Ooh, sensation. Explode. Kiss, frightening, twirl, landscape. Whisper, jumpy, aura, alone. Unending. Extreme, fantasy, sparkle, sunset, valentine, sugar, journey, pain, disarray, doki doki. Wow. Grief, sing, sticky, breathe, boop, sticky, vivacious. Okay. Hi again, JM. Sorry. Hi again, JM. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I gotta keep my word. I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, JM. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Natsuki, adults are speaking. Go. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka. Manga's literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. JM always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Hold on. Is that so? Get out of here with that. You two are really good friends, aren't you? Not too good of friends. Relax, Yuri. I might be a little jealous. No. How come? You and JM can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a really big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you really want. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Listen, all I'm saying is the girl that we kind of picked out, she got us a book. We're in there. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already reading a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused on it, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them, okay? I see. It's okay. It's cool. I feel you. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Haha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, JM? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seemed to be completely different. She's crazy. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone who wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Listen, sorry. No, I'm sorry for sorry. Ha ha ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit more, our shoulders are almost touching. Scandalous. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It actually is kind of distracting, yes. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? For what? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But JM, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. No, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that it's kind of cute. Oh, what are you saying all of a sudden? Monica, you just interrupted my riz. Alright. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. She wants us to read it together. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loosely torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I mean, we're going Yuri all the way, right? I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberately. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you value feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Oh, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, processes behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself it may be. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh, I think this is a good spot to leave it, and we will pick it up in the next episode. So thank you everyone so much for watching this first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you guys liked it, please go like, share, comment, subscribe, and as always guys, stay safe, stay kind, stay tuned for more from the Association of Gamers. Thank you, and bye-bye.